This is the Future of Automotive with Steve Greenfield.
Welcome back to the latest episode of the Future of Automotive on CVT News, where we put recent automotive and mobility news into the context of the broader themes impacting the industry. I'm Steve Greenfield from Automotive Ventures, and I'm very glad that you could join us this week. Well, I just got back from a trip to Kazakhstan this week. Kazakhstan is really a fascinating country, great people. Bordering Russia to the north and west and China to the east, Kazakhstan is the world's 9th largest country by land area and the largest landlocked country, and it has a population of just 20 million people. Kazakhstan declared independence on December 16, 1991, becoming the last Soviet republic to declare independence. Just 10 days later, the Soviet Union itself ceased to exist. Maybe the most relevant for our audience here on this segment, the country has a new car market of just about 200,000 units sold per year and a used car market of about 1 million vehicles sold per year. What I witnessed over there is a great case study on the effect the Chinese automakers are having in a market where there aren't any domestic automakers to protect with tariffs. Driving around the city of Almaty for a few days, Chinese brands were everywhere on the street. I literally didn't recognize many of the brands I was seeing. Just 3 years ago, Chinese market share for new cars in Kazakhstan was 0%. This year, 2024, Chinese market share for new cars is already 30%, while next year it's expected to be 50% of all new cars sold. If you were to draw out that trend line, within 2 to 3 years, the Chinese will make up the vast majority of all vehicle sales in the country. Speaking with industry experts over there, they believe the Chinese will largely take over mainstream brands. But they didn't seem as concerned with the strong brands that already have a great presence, brands like BMW, Mercedes, Audi, Jaguar, Land Rover. But from my perspective, seeing the quality and the compelling price point of the vehicles the Chinese are manufacturing and exporting into the country of Kazakhstan, I think even these historical premium brands are going to be challenged to maintain market share versus new, high-quality Chinese offerings. To a lesser extent, we saw this play out in the US with the entrance and disruptive threat of Honda and Toyota in the 1950s and 60s, and then again with the Koreans in the 1980s. The challenge now is the overcapacity and aggressiveness of the Chinese. China will sell over 30 million new vehicles this year in their domestic market, about double that of the US market. There are over 200 automakers in China, believe it or not, and they're experiencing severe overcapacity and thus price discounting. At this point, it's more profitable for a Chinese OEM to export their vehicles than to sell them domestically. Michael Dunn wrote an article just last week providing a stark juxtaposition of Chinese versus American manufacturing philosophies. Dunn notes that Chinese automakers are on a global offensive right now, exporting cars and trucks to more than 100 markets worldwide. China will ship 6 million vehicles in 2024, which is cementing its position as the world's #1 exporter. For countries like the US and Canada, and even Western Europe, where they're in the process of erecting prohibitive tariffs to protect domestic automakers from the Chinese, we're really just buying a short amount of time. It's going to be more important for us to use this precious short amount of time to figure out a way to compete. As Michael Dunn so eloquently puts in his article, quote unquote, China is dominant in manufacturing EVs today. The question is whether the rest of the world will be content watching from the sidelines or will dig deep right now and find the will and the way to compete. So with that, let's transition to our companies to watch. Every week we highlight interesting companies in the automotive technology space to keep an eye on. If you happen to read my weekly Intel report, we showcase a company to watch and then take the opportunity here on this segment each week to share that company with you. Today, our new company to watch is a company called Sales Assist. Gathering information from customers securely and easily with Sales Assist, the ultimate CRM booster that automates and modernizes your sales process right from your CRM. Gathering information and documents from customers is often the most time-consuming part of the automotive retail business. Sales Assist helps the sales team with smart suggestions based on real-time signals, so they know who, when, how, and what to focus on to complete more sales. Sales Assist provides a number of different info-gathering widgets in a single panel right from your automotive CRM. All information and documents are then efficiently gathered and entered into your CRM in real time with a full audit trail. No matter what info you need to gather from customers, Sales Assist has an off-the-shelf widget to streamline your customer-facing interactions, from e-signatures to document collection to e-forms. If you'd like to learn more about Sales Assist, you can check them out at www.salesassist.io. So that's it for this week's Future of Automotive segment. If you're an auto tech entrepreneur working on a solution that helps car dealerships, we want to hear from you. We are actively investing out of our dealer fund. Don't forget to check out my book, The Future of Automotive Retail, which is available on Amazon.com, and keep an eye out for my new book, The Future of Mobility, which will literally be out within a few weeks. Thanks as always for your ongoing support and for tuning into CVT News for this week's Future of Automotive segment, and we will see you next week.
Thanks for watching The Future of Automotive with Steve Greenfield.